Good morning, everybody. As you start filtering in and I see that more people are coming in, I will go ahead and get your playlist and everything set up for you. So filter in and we'll get started here in about 6 minutes. Happy Sunday, everybody. For those of you who have trickled in, go ahead and say hello in the comment section. And I just got Michelle to put up my new playlist. So if you want a new playlist, it's up there on Power Life's Spotify. It should be the very first one, dated today. If you would like, and you did not do Tuesday's class, I also have a playlist that I really like that's a little swampier from Tuesday. So you can scroll down in Power Life's there and find either today's playlist or Tuesday's playlist, and you can fiddle through and see which one you like best. You might like blocks today, and as you can see, I've got a lovely demo here today, which means I can actually focus more on teaching than actually having to do the moves with you, which I love to do, but I don't think I can give this quality instruction while I move. So this is Kevin. He's my better half, and he'll be demoing today. Come on in, get yourself set up, and we'll start here in just a couple of minutes. Do you want any water or anything? Well, thank you. Hi, Amy. Oh, Emily's here. Kelly. Hi, Deb. Kelsey, Jennifer. Hi, guys. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for saying hello. It really makes my day because I only get to see this screen and myself, which is not enjoyable for me. So to be able to see you commenting is awesome. We'll get started here in 3 minutes. Good morning, everyone who just rushed in. I see that we got a big rush of people. So sorry for sounding redundant for those of you who have already been in, but I'll go ahead and let you know that there is a brand new playlist up on Power Life Spotify for today. And if you want something a little swampier instead of unsa unsa, you can go back into Tuesday's list. I have one from Tuesday that's a little swampier and has some strings in it instead. This is Kevin back here. He'll be my demo today, so I can actually talk to you and think instead of move my body. Okay, we've got 2 minutes and then we'll get started. Hi, Kylie. Oh, Jessica's here. Andrew, did you have your heat lamps? Did you bring your heat lamps, Andrew? I need to know. He says, good morning, Kevin and Lindsay. Marcia, oh, Lori. My gosh, I feel like it's a real Sunday morning again, you guys. Oh, it's gonna make me cry. Kate, I love it. Okay, get your music queued up because we've got like 1 minute to go. And Andrew does have his heat lamps. I'm jealous. Oh. Okay, everyone, it's 10 a.m. Thank you so much for showing up today. My name is Lindsay, and this is Power 2. Behind me is the lovely Kevin. It's my first time ever having a demo while I do this, so I'm super excited to be able to pay more attention to the teaching instead of the demonstration. Kevin and I have very different body types, so you'll be able to see in some of the postures. We'll take something just a little bit different and I'll demo some of those. If you have blocks, you'll want to put them toward the top of your mat. And if you don't worry about it. But we'll begin in child's pose in 5 seconds. If you have your music, go ahead and press play. Your child's pose should feel very nurturing. So if it feels just a little bit too expansive with your arms forward and your knees wide, bring it in for embryo pose where your knees are together and connected and your hands are back by your tush. Wherever you land, big breath in. Audibly sigh it all the way out. If I were to be able to see you, I could see a change of shape in your torso. Let's do that again. Stoke the fire all the way in. All the way out. Let it go at its own beat, at its own pace. And then let's get this little fiery, warming quality to it that feels so good in power yoga. Ujjayi pranayama. Close off your lips. Keep your throat nice and constricted, but a wideness in your mouth. Let the gentle hum of the breath against your vocal cords and your throat muscles create this friction and heat, not only to be the tapestry that takes you throughout practice, but also to calm you, right? To calm that vagus nerve that runs right down. I was on a phone call with some friends last night, and we were kind of connecting about how apathy is creeping into our lives. You know, we know what we need to do for self-care, but we don't get it done. One friend said, I know running is good for me. I know that that's my safe place, but I just don't get out and do it. And so I thought, you know what, there's areas in my life where I need a little fire under my butt as well. And I'm sure you do too. So as you turn your palms up to the sky, I want you to think about where you need to either reconnect with your joy in some of those pockets of self-care, or where you need just a little bit more discipline. And we will come from this angle today of where can we light a little bit of fire where there may be some apathy. Breathe in. Exhale to seal in your intention. Fan your fingers back down into your mat. Breathe in, table pose. Slowly rise up. Exhale, tuck your toes under. I want you to feel a stretch in your feet. Breathe in, cow pose. And then pause, look up, drop your belly, and feel this nice, almost like hammock quality through your spinal cord. Can you draw your groin up and back to feel a stretch? Breathe in. Exhale, cat pose. Breathe here. Try to take your pubic bone a little bit closer to your face and your chin in toward your chest. Gain a huge amount of space, almost like the rolling hills of Iowa. Take an exhale. Breathe in, cow. And exhale, cat. Bigger range of motion every single time you come through. Take a couple on your own here. And you guys, I see you in class. I've been with you in class enough to know that you know how to guide yourself here. So if you need a couple side to side movements, barrel rolls, if you need anything really, this is your practice. Begin to listen to your body from the inside out. Adjust the music real quick. Maybe you find some creaks and pops that are normal. Maybe you find some pockets where you're like, what is happening in my body? The next time that you are on an exhale, a nice neutral spine, tabletop. Exhale. Breathe in, left arm high. Pause, look up at your thumb, left arm high. Yes. Now tailbone should stay flat, and you just find this little bit of rotation. Big breath in. Exhale, thread the needle. Pause and breathe. So we've got this rotation to the right side now. Keep your tailbone pulled up. Let it peak. And then go ahead and do whatever you need with your right arm. You can extend it forward over to the left side. Take a half bind. Where's the breath? Exhale here. Breathe in, left arm high. Look all the way up. Get a little rotation through your neck. Pull in through belly button. Exhale, table pose. Nice job, Kev. Breathe in, right arm high. And we'll pause here for just 2 breaths. So you'll find that we're just creating some space in the spinal cord. Breathe in. Exhale, thread the needle. Pause here. Inner thighs are nice and tight. Pull back through your hamstrings so you feel this little internal rotation through your thighs. And I love this little cocoon that you create when your head is closer to the mat because you can really hear and connect with breath. Let your shoulder girdle settle just a little bit. Put some pressure on your shoulders. Take an exhale. Breathe in, right arm high. Exhale, table pose. Breathe in, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. We'll kind of layer on through the chakra system a little bit today. We started with a very grounding practice. Now we'll get into a little water-like quality, and finally we will end up in Manipura chakra, okay? Solar plexus region, because this is our center not only of willpower, self-esteem, worth, but also our center of fire and get up and go, which I feel like I've needed a little bit more of lately to combat that apathy and that kind of like, meh, I don't care anymore sort of pandemic situation. So let's add on the water quality before we get up into this region. As you inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, knees bend to a hover. Breathe in, plank pose. Lift your head to look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Begin to flow like a wave. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, knees bend. Breathe in, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, heels really high. Exhale, knees down to a skin. Breathe in, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe in, heels lift. Exhale, this time ragdoll pose. Let's pause and breathe. I know this is one of Kevin's favorites, so we'll let it be here for just a moment. The nice thing about being in this community is that you know some of these parts of these flows, right? You don't have to look up at me or at Kevin for a large part of this. You can kind of experience it from the inside out. So anytime you get the chance to forget that my visual is here or his is, and you don't need the help, dive deeper inside the experience. This is the teacher. This is what will actually inform what shapes and pace and things you need in your practice. Breathe in. Exhale, left hand to a block or the earth. Breathe in, ragdoll with a twist. Pause to breathe. You can take it statically, or you can swim stroke your arm forward and backward to find some space. I like this for the rotation. Kevin likes this for his hamstrings. So notice where you feel it, where you enjoy it. Breathe in, get a little taller through your torso. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Breathe in, other side, ragdoll with a twist. Pause and experiment here. Notice how far you can get your humeral bone out and away from your shoulder socket. Breathe in, head higher. Exhale, ragdoll pose. But this time, heel toe your feet into touch. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe here. I don't normally have you breathe here, but I want you to feel the independence of your core from the rest of your body. So push back through your legs. They are your grounding, they are your stability, but core really proliferates on its own. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, side stretch to your right. Breathe. Let's see if you can create some sort of rainbow effect from your left foot to your left wrist. Gaze is in one place. Exhale. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, second side. Breathe. You should feel a tiny bit of a shake here, at least I do in my practice, not right or wrong, but I feel like that's my edge, right? That's where I'm like, okay, I'm provoking change without creating instability in my posture. Exhale. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. If you've got the space, swan dive. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, plank, and let's hold. And I know that Kevin's been running this week. He's been doing some other things, a lot of actual work, you know, the kind that makes you money. So if he wants to take it from his knees today, he can take it from his knees. And let's make it a little bit harder for you here at home. Light this fire. It's hard to keep ourselves accountable. So what I want you to do is thicken up through your core. Pull your feet and hands toward one another and feel the tremor. If I could see you, I would see the tremor. You wouldn't just feel it. It's palpable. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly, knees or chest hit first. Gorgeous. You can move your blocks if they're in the way. Inhale, low cobra pose. Breathe. Stability through the back. Hands have little to no weight underneath your shoulders. Toes are untucked. Yeah, very nice adjustment. Roll your shoulders up and back. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower one vertebra at a time. Control through Manipura Chakra and Uddiyana Bandha. Breathe in, plank, table, or hips to heels. Exhale, downward facing dog. As we flow, sun salutation, letter A, I want you to think about your intention and your breath. Marry the two. Let the fusion create some sort of alchemy that awakens your being. Cleansing breath in. Cleansing breath out. Breathe in, heels lift. Exhale, forward fold, travel forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose, heavy through big toes. Exhale, side bend to the right. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, side bend to the left. Breath in, mountain, gorgeous and big. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Notice which leg you step back with. Be very cognizant of every way you consciously place your body. Breathe in, hinge forward. Exhale, lower with care. Breathe in, low or full cobra. Your chance to decide. And exhale, desist. Come all the way back down. Breathe in, plank table or hips to heels. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe in, releve, balls of feet. Exhale, come forward. Let go of your neck as you come into forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. This is the last time through, so go a little bit deeper as you exhale into side bend. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, side bend, second side. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, half. Exhale, step back with the other leg. High plank pose. If you forget, don't worry about it, but notice those gaps. Breathe in, hinge forward, puff up between your shoulder blades. Exhale, lower with care. Breathe in, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. And exhale, release completely. Breathe in, plank table or hips to heels is my favorite. It just feels good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg high. Pause and breathe. This is a gorgeous stretch through the back of your left leg. At least I think. So be really heavy through your left heel. Breathe in. Exhale, bend, twist, open your top leg. Find a little bit of movement through your hip. And if this is ever too much, you come into table pose and you do the same thing. There's no right or wrong, right? Exhale. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, other leg high. Pause. Breathe into your right hamstring. It's a set of muscles, right? See which area you feel the most sensation on. If you need to bend your knee a little bit, you can. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend, twist, open. Breathe. I want you to actually spark some sweat here today. That's my goal for you, amongst a menagerie of other things. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, heels lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sun salutation, letter B. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, chair pose. Breathe. Hands can be above, or you know what? My shoulders really hate this, so hands to heart is where I live. I'll take time to shamelessly plug the fact that I think Power Life just opened a retail store online. The shirt that Kevin's wearing, he wore to Europe this year. He like lives in it. Super soft. Anyway, I don't get a kickback from saying that, but I just thought it was a good side note. Take a breath in. Exhale, drinking bird, breathe. Airplane your wings. Come to the balls of your feet. It's going to take a little bit of focus. And you know what? My guess is that Kevin is going to fall multiple times during this practice, and so are you. I would too if I was doing it. So I really want you to test yourself and start to get that balance quality in. Exhale, deepen. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Kevin will do the full expression here right now, and then after this, we'll just let him choose. Elbows sucked into sides. Inhale, upward dog. Knees do not touch. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your back knee down, please. Breathe in, crescent moon. Pause and breathe. Hands can be up for more of a stretch. I like my hands on my front thigh, and I push forward about 90% right before the posture loses the integrity that it needs to sustain itself. Do we feel this, Kevin? Okay, Kevin feels this. If you don't feel it, continue to deepen, but really think about a suck up and in through midline. Breathe in. Breath out, half splits pose. Breathe. Blocks are a great way to work on elongation of spine as we work on the back side of our front leg. And if you don't have blocks at home, they're super, super cheap online. And you can use some other things. You can get inventive. I think we've all had to get inventive during this time. Stay with me now. Let's do something a little funky with our toes. If you don't normally take class with me, just watch and mirror what Kevin does. So on your inhale, fan your toes back toward your face. As you exhale, point them to the right, all the way to the right. Yes. Breathe in, toes high. Exhale, point them to the left. Breathe in, toes high. Exhale, push the gas pedal. Breathe in, toes back toward face. Exhale, low lunge. Back knee comes up. Breathe in, full crescent pose. Breathe here. You're always welcome to take your back knee during this and stay in crescent moon. Beautiful angles. You'll notice that your front big toe is your stability. Push down through it. Breathe in. Breathe out, vertical twist. Breathe here. Again, another chance to come down to your back knee if you want it. I like left hand to right thigh. Yeah. Exhale. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Breathe here. Oh, he's not going to pop out of his front lunge. I do all the time, especially in between postures. You'll begin to feel the burn, right? The lactic acid. Let's create this arc that we created in sun salutation letter A. Breathe in. Breathe out, extended side angle. Breathe here. Awesome. If you need to rest on your thigh a little bit, you can, but let that connection push your body up and away from your hips. So your torso almost feels like a jack in the box that just kind of springs forward. Breathe out. Breathe in, reverse triangle. Straighten both legs. Right arm comes up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Take it or leave it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Very nice. Breathe in, left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Back knee down. Breathe in, crescent moon. Breathe here. You should still feel in these, I wouldn't say this is like an easy posture, right? They're all as hard as you make them, but during these postures that feel just a little bit more passive, you should still feel a stoke of heat. It should feel more like the slow burning of coals than like a roaring fire, at least right now, okay? Sustainability in our practice. Breathe in. Breath out, half splits. Pause and just find one static place that feels good, and then we'll rotate through the muscles upstream with the pointing of our toes in just a moment. You'll notice a difference in your posture if, like Kevin, you go ahead and pull your shoulder blades a little bit closer together. He's doing a really good job of that. Breathe in, toes back toward face. Exhale, toes to the left. Roll to the knife edge of your foot. Breathe in, center. Exhale, toes to the right. Breathe in, toes high. Exhale, push the gas pedal. Breathe in, toes back toward face. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, crescent pose. Breathe. Find a steady gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out, vertical twist. Breathe here. My gaze is always super, super low when I do this posture. If you feel more adventurous, yeah, Kevin's like, where's my gaze gonna be? Then you can look back towards your back hand or something, right? We don't need perfection for growth. We actually need imperfection for growth. Exhale. Breathe in, reverse warrior. 5 breaths. I find knife edge parallel to back of mat feels really good. Some days I even point my back toe and pigeon toe it slightly to get a nice stretch out of the outer thigh here and the outer calf meat. Breathe in. Breathe out, extended side angle. Breathe here. Push down through your back leg. It's so important. You know, I want you to think about this as not just a leg stretch or a rotation of your spine, but maybe a little bit of core work. How can you invest in this space? Exhale. Breathe in, reverse triangle, straighten your legs. Feel that sweet release. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe your intention in. Send it back out. We will flow without crescent moon and half splits. Breathe in, heels lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, gorgeous and long. Exhale, fold in deeply. Breathe in, chair pose. Exhale, airplane wings, relevate to the balls of your feet. Breathe in, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward dog. Stretch through the front side of your body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg sails. Exhale, low lunge. Back knee stays up this time. Breathe in, crescent. Exhale, vertical twist. Other way. Yeah. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga. We feel the heat, yeah? He's not responding, so I think he feels the heat. Inhale. Breathe back out, downward dog. Breathe in, left leg up. Exhale, lunge. Breathe in, crescent pose. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe you can go just a little bit further. Breathe in, reverse triangle. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathe in, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, heels lift. Add just a little bit more energy. Exhale, forward fold. Come to the top of your mat. Breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Breathe in, chair pose. Exhale, airplane wings. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathe in, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. You know you can edit those out at any point. Inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, crescent pose, nice and big. Exhale, mindfully twist to the right. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Nice job, Kev. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga. Stay with us for left leg. Breathe in, back bend, hips low, knees at a hover. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, left leg up. Exhale, lunge. Breathe in, rise. Exhale, twist. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse triangle. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Nice job, everybody. I can see how many people are on here at a time, and I gotta say, great job sticking with it. Okay, 5 breaths. 5 breaths in downward facing dog. You've got this. Split your heels apart just slightly. If you need a little bit more through your spinal column and through your hamstrings, you can drop down onto forearms for maybe a bigger stretch into dolphin pose. It's going to be completely your choice. You've got 3 more breaths. It's going to feel completely worth it. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower your knees to a hover. Come down and get your sip of water. Get what you need. And then we'll come onto our back for a little bit of core work, because that's what today's about, right? Light that fire under us to combat apathy. Awesome. Okay. From here, legs up a wall. Lower your left leg to a hover. Breathe in, steeple mudra. Exhale, up and over, twist to your right. Now pause here for a moment. I want your pelvis to stay super locked into the mat. So don't let it twist with your body. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, twist up and over to the right again. Good, we've got 8 more on this side. At your own pace here. So if this were to feel terrible in someone's low back, what they would do would be maybe bend your left knee and take your left sole of foot onto the floor. Great breath. Love that it's through the mouth. We've got 2 more. And on this last one, come on up, tiny pulses. You've got it. Kevin really does not like me right now. We're married. I think that's probably part of the course, right? You got this. Take a big breath in. Exhale, relax. Stretch of your choice. You should feel a little bit asymmetrical, yes? Yeah. I'll give you a little chance to windshield wiper. If you need a long body stretch to kind of elongate those abdominal muscles, you can do that too. Breathe in, legs up a wall. Exhale, right leg to a hover. Inhale, steeple mudra, opposite thumb on top. Exhale, up and over to the left. And pause. No one ever pauses on the second side because they know what's coming and they just want to get it over with. Pause. Make sure that your hips are level. They did not come over to the left with you. Take a breath in. Stretch back out long. Exhale, up and over to the left. You've got 8 more, right? 10 on each side. Super doable. I want you to think about those pockets of life where you get a little bit lazy. If you were to talk to my mom, my husband, anyone who really knows me, they'd say I have a problem with laziness, and it's gotten better over the years. The first point is to recognize it. Like, where can I affect change? And on this last one, tiny pulses, tiny pulses, tiny pulses. You got this. It should suck. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Breathe in, exhale, relax. Oh. As a counter, we will take bridge, or if wheel is in your practice and you feel warmed up enough through your arms, you're welcome to take that, but don't take that for the first time ever, just here while I can't see you and keep you safe. Set up for bridge or wheel pose. Exhale. Breathe in bridge or wheel. Continue your breath. Pull your knees out and away. Pretend you've got a block in between them. Squeeze. If you're in wheel, you'll come down whenever you feel like coming down. If you're in bridge, stay for 3 more breaths. Pull your glutes together and up and away. Strengthen through your erectors. And then slowly wrinkle down through your spine. Find Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet squeeze together. Knees are out, and just feel this gorgeous beat and pulse in your chest and your belly. Let your eyes soften. I didn't grow up playing sports. I was not athletic. But Kevin used to play professional soccer. And he says, he told me that one time in camp, one of the things that resonated with him most was a coach that said the biggest fight you'll ever have is with your pillow in the morning, getting up early. He said, to really do a good discipline, you have to get up. You have to do those things that don't feel comfortable. And that's still my number one Achilles heel. I can't get up in the morning when I want to. If I were like in my ideal mind, I would be the kind of yogi that would get up at 4:35 to get my practice done before my kids get up. And it's just not the way it is. But that doesn't mean it will always be that way. I have to continue to work toward it incrementally. And so notice those things that really suck for you. You're like, oh man, I don't want to do that, but I know it's good for me. I know I should. Can you do it incrementally? Whether it's a better diet, a better schedule. Where are those tiny pockets where you can affect change? Take your knees into your chest. And then let's go forward and back. Forward and back. Awesome. How are you feeling, Kev? Great. Good. Are you up for a headstand, or you want me to do it? Very good. Awesome. This is what I'll ask of you. I love playtime. We'll do a little bit of playtime right here and right now. If headstand, you know that it's unsteady for you, please come next to a wall or do crow pose instead. If you're with me, go ahead, take your mat to where you need to take it. And then table pose is where we will set up. This will take core, okay? But listen to the setup, really nice and slow. Top of your head is here. It's not my hairline, right? It's not where my roots are. It's right up here at the crown of my head. I guess there's roots there too. Anyway, set the crown of your head right onto the mat. Make sure that your chin is in close to your chest. Now take your hands down underneath your elbows to make an equilateral triangle between your head and your hands. You can see your fingertips. They're wide, they're ugly, and they push down into the earth. Down dog legs. Awesome. You're in headstand. Turn on your abs now. Turn them on, turn them on, turn them on. And if you'd like, go ahead and walk your knees up onto your triceps. Now, make sure you're still breathing. You've got the breath. You've got the stability. And then you can play. Okay, so that might mean a slow ascent. Elbows pull in. Really engage through these sexy muscles, your serratus. My dogs love to make cameos. I don't know if you can see through those windows, but we've got dogs running around out there. Now I'm going to ask you to come down as slowly as you can. Yeah, that's the ab work right there. Yep, he's not done yet. Okay. Very nice. Virtual high five for all of you. If you've got someone you're practicing with and you're not social distancing, give them a real high five. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Your blocks will be toward the top of your mat, downward facing dog. Let's take a cleansing breath in virtually together. And breathe it out. Settle into your down dog. Breathe in, heels lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, dancer's pose. Breathe. Stand on your right leg. Capture your left ankle with your left hand. And you could stay in a quad stretch. Completely fine. Okay? Or you could press up and back. This is super unsteady. I want you all to fall at least once during balance. It should challenge you. Breathe out. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Exhale, straighten your left leg, hands to hips. Breathe. Heart, push forward. Awesome. Now we're going into a pistol squat because you know I've been obsessed with those lately. So if you have blocks, you might need them. Take a breath in. Exhale, pistol squat. Nice and slow. Come on down. Yeah, and you'll need to releve onto the ball of your foot, just like we did in Drinking Bird. Very nice. Maybe mom, no hands for a second. Very nice. I can't get back up from this. I can do some fancy things when I'm down there, but I can't get back up. If you can get back up, that's fine. If not, oh, he's a show off. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. You should be able to get there from wherever you were. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, dancer, second side. Breathe. I love the sponginess in Kevin's leg here. That really helps to create a more sustainable shape, I think. And some days I need like my hand over my heart instead of forward. It just feels a little bit better on my shoulder. Exhale. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Exhale, kick forward, hands to hips. Breathe. Heart forward, heart forward. Yes. You know where we're going, right? You know. Take a breath in. Exhale, pistol squat, nice and slow. Breathe. Now, if your hips say no, if your ankle says no, maybe no. Yeah? Yeah. This side a little bit more challenging. Just a little bit more challenging. And do notice where you can set up yourself for success just a little bit more. Like you might need your blocks at a higher height. You might need some tweaking here and there. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, chair pose. Exhale, prayer twist to your right. Now, I don't know what he's going to want to do, but I will show you that if you can, maybe you come down into your tiptoe squat as you come down and around. Again, if there's any contraindication through your ankles, through your knees, through your hips, Maybe you don't do it. You can even open your arms if that feels good, but I want a deep, deep twist here. Exhale. Inhale, chair. Exhale, second side. Breathe. Think about not just the top half of the spiral, but the bottom half of your spiral. It's heavy and back. We feel the heat here. I know, I can hear the breath. Exhale. Breathe in, mountain this time. Give it a nice big old stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, last chaturanga of practice. Breathe in, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, crescent moon. Exhale, pyramid pose. Breathe. Kevin will walk his foot in a lot, a lot, a lot. Yep. Hands to blocks, the floor, maybe a bind behind his back. This is a big stretch, okay? A big old stretch. We continue to layer on deeper and deeper postures as we go through class. So if you find them difficult, it's because they are, right? They're very difficult. And still, if your heel has not connected with the earth, you'll move it in even more. Breathe in. Exhale, left hand to a block the earth or your right shin. Breathe in, revolve triangle pose. Breathe here. Right arm high or to your low back. This is your big posture for today, at least in my mind. We'll do one more kind of fancy thing, but it's a big posture. So take your feet a little closer together. And I want you to think about the core does all the work. Maybe your bottom hand isn't even needed. Squeeze through your glutes. Breathe in. Exhale, runners lunge. Breathe. Whew. Hands to the inside of your front leg. Find this lax quality in your jaw. We're trying to light fires inside of our souls today, but there's also some unneeded tension that sometimes comes as a residual effect of our practice. And it's a practice within itself to be cognizant of where the negative effects, maybe that's seizing up, or some of the traps that we get in of ego or overexertion and unbalancedness. To bring ourselves into a place where we create the tapas, the heat, the discipline, but without overextending ourselves. Breathe in. Breathe out. Active runner's lunge. Back knee up. Breathe in. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bend, twist, open. If you'd like to flip your dog, it could be a really nice way to celebrate your practice today, to open up. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, left leg up. Exhale, lunge. Breathe in, crescent moon. Exhale, pyramid pose. Breathe. The setup is super important. And I'd like you to also pay attention to your knees. They are your control center. You can stay a little bit long here, or if it feels okay, let your torso drip down your front leg. Breathe in. Breathe out, right hand grounds down onto left shin, maybe a block, the earth, or a hover. Inhale, revolve, triangle pose. Breathe. If you're unsteady, look down. That's where I look. Even though I practice this posture a lot, it still just really aids in my practice. If you look up, you'll find a big old balance challenge. This is everything. Make sure if you have anything in your bottom hand, it comes up now. It's all core. Breathe in. Breath out, runner's lunge. Well-earned runner's lunge. This is where I like just a little bit more of the water quality in the practice to come back. Right, we're done with the flow of the sun salutations. So maybe in these long static holds, I can find just a really slow ebb and flow back and forth to promote some opening of the tissues. I was in one of Consuelo's classes before this whole thing took hold. And she said something that really resonated with me. She said, time is the most important ingredient in our yoga practice. And it's so true. Whether it's a long hold in a runner's lunge or the discipline over many years, it really is that je ne sais quoi, that magic ingredient that we need. Breathe in. Breath out. Come to your palms. Back knee rises. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend, twist, open. If you want to flip your dog, you will do so without hitting a table. Yeah, nice job, Kevin. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, down dog, drop to your knees. Roll out your wrists. We have got one last playtime. It's Sunday. I thought I would build two in. Is that a little gratuitous? I don't know. So, Kevin, if I could use this space, if you come back just a little bit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will play with side crow today, but if you would like to put on your Charlie's Angel legs or the little revolved, it's called revolved triangle legs that we did before, you're definitely welcome to do so. I like to come in through prayer twist, but through this little squat that we did. Make sure that your tricep is on the outside of your thigh, and then let your hands land shoulder distance apart in whatever sort of angle feels best. From here, I tuck this outer elbow in so that I might be able to rest everything on it. And as I come down and lift and I squeeze through my core. Now, if you would like, you can take your Charlie's Angel legs up and out. Continue your breath. Let's do it. Let's try it together, okay? So come into prayer twist, whatever side feels best for you. I really want you to tuck and work on the rotation. If the rotation is not there, the pose is speaking to you and telling you that you need just a little bit more mobility through your spine. Once it's there, can you get down low enough to take your hands shoulder distance apart, all the way down onto the earth. Now chaturanga the arms, seal that loose elbow in towards your side. Smell the earth. How have you been doing cleaning your house lately? And then liberate your feet, strong through your core. Breath comes with you. Now, if you'd like, extension, proliferation, play. Roll out your wrists in between sides. Maybe shake them out. That feels good to me today. Let's take the other side. This is not my good side. Let's see what happens. Nice big twist. Shoulder distance apart. Loose elbow in, especially for those of us who don't have as much upper body strength. Smell the floor. Look down. Liberate your feet. And play. That was my workout for the day. I think I did enough. Okay. Come on to your backs. I want to apologize. I'll apologize to Kevin. I put music on for him and I put it on shuffle. So he's been listening to the unsa as we start to slow down. Go onto your back, tabletop your legs. And then I'll let you choose between figure 4 or whale's tail. So Kevin will choose which one he wants and I'll demonstrate the other. For figure 4, ankle on top of knee. And he can pull in as far as he needs. For whale's tail, you will cross thigh over thigh, right thigh over left thigh. Take a hold of your feet or your ankles from underneath or knife edge. And then pull all the way up with your feet so that they're parallel, like a whale's tail. Shoulders pull back and in toward the ground. And stay with this for a few more moments. You have earned your surrender series. You know, we live in a time where there is little encouragement for paying attention to our body's natural energy levels and giving it what it needs. So often when we're really tired, we ignore and we look for sugar or caffeine or stimulants, or to go to bed, we drink our wine, right? Me especially. But yoga offers us this different choice to kind of listen to what our body requires and to truly nourish ourselves. Let this naturally fall into a supine twist. Over to the left with your legs. If you would like to set up just a regular supine twist, that option is there for you as well. You can pad up with blocks if need be. Let your arms even cactus or come out if that feels good. Your eyes become dim if they're not already. And your breath might even begin to slow. You feel this maybe special attention to the exhale. Three more breaths here. Let your tissue soften on the outer band, right where the stripe on my pants is if I were doing the supine twist. Exhale. Breathe in, come back to center. And as you exhale, figure 4 or whale's tail on your second side. Breathe. I was alone with my children up on this level of the house for, five-ish weeks, because my daughter was recovering from a surgery and was a little immunocompromised, and Kevin works in healthcare. We just wanted to play it safe. And if you know me, cleaning is not my strong suit. Pretty apathetic toward cleaning. But it was just me. It was just me with the kids. It was totally my responsibility. And I found that if I just got started, if I just put on the music I needed, if I just made it into something fun, my energy levels started to rise when I needed them to. Take it into supine twist when it feels good. And the point is that the things that we want to do the least, whether it's, picking dog poop up by myself out of the dining room, or getting up early enough to start a discipline, or maybe even taking a break and taking a nap to nourish yourself. You have inner wisdom that tells you what needs to be done. And once you start, even just a couple of times, things will begin to click in the right way. You'll form habits, you'll form disciplines that will then take you away from that apathy further and further. There's millions of Americans right now who are feeling a mental kind of blah because of what's been going on. And to notice, when does that become baseline? That's not okay. What can we do to fight for our own mental health? You will know when you feel even, which will probably be in just a couple more breaths. And we will take happy baby's pose. One last posture. Let your head fall back onto your mat. And before we fall into Shavasana, ask yourself, what was your intention for yoga practice today? And if you want to make it into an I am statement, or just a simple word to perseverate on, take it with you into Shavasana and let it be your meditation. Squeeze your knees up and into your chest. Take the biggest breath in of your day. Let it all out, Shavasana. I will see you in just a few moments. Before you move, just take a moment to recognize yourself for doing this amazing thing for yourself, this self-care, this whole hour of time. How smart and wise you are to carve that out for yourself. And then just feel the entire day, all the surroundings in this room, outside, the beauty that awaits you for the rest of the day. And take a moment of gratitude for what you have to unfold. Knowing that the hard things contain lessons, and those other things are gifts. Let's open ourselves up to those now. Take a big cleansing breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Breathe in, stretch long, let your palms meet. Exhale, hands to heart center. In fierce gratitude for each other, thank you for still banding together, for yourselves, for this community. And namaste. Thank you, everyone. Nice round of applause for Kevin. Yay. And if you haven't already, please say hello on the chat. I saw that Matt left a comment while we were teaching, or while I was teaching. But please let me know what you guys need from me on a regular basis. Tuesdays, 9:30, and then we've got Sundays at 10, which you already know because you've been here. So let me know, whether it's here, on email, on Instagram, all those kind of things. And I'm here to serve you. And thank you guys so much. Have a great, great Sunday.